What's up, everybody? Blackacre here, your friendly neighborhood previously masked guitarist on the internet and guitarist for Ultor Boy. In real life, today we're going to take a look at how to get Slipknot style tones from your orange micro dark. Now, this is a topic I have not seen yet on the internet. If someone has, I apologize. So I figured I'd take a stab at it. So the micro dark is a very cool amp. I bought it as kind of a backup for my rig or our other guitarist's rig in Ultor Boy in case my quad cortex goes down or his lead 100 Marshall goes down. Use it at practice the other night and for writing, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoy this amp. I paid like $147 for it. This isn't sponsored or anything. I did buy this amp. I did get it from Zounds. Shout out Zounds. If you're a newcomer here, welcome. I've done many covers of Slipknot songs. I believe at this point I've done all of the self-titled Iowa Volume 3 and .5 albums, and done over 50 lessons. If you like that type of thing, heavy guitar playing, some pop punk guitar playing sometimes, then, give me a subscribe. I'm going to kind of treat this as if I'm getting, beginner players. I am going to talk through it. I know that, annoys people in gear demos, but I realize that a lot of my stuff is more intermediate focused, and I want to be friendly to newcomers. I'm assuming some kids are going to get this amp for Christmas and might not know how to get a Slipknot tone out of it or a Mastodon tone. I'll probably do a separate video on Mastodon tones if people like this format. And there's an easy secret to be able to get this to do the higher gain stuff. Yes, it's meant for higher gain, but as you'll notice, it's a bit dark, not to be obvious, but it's also a bit, to my ear, more stoner sludgy, which, yes, that's kind of the orange thing. But we can turn it into a more tight amp, and I will show you how with a few different pedals. One that doesn't exist, but maybe if we bug the creator enough, he will make more of them. Who knows? But the first one I'll try is just a very affordable overdrive I featured in one of my previous videos. So yeah, it's pretty simple. There's 3 controls on the micro dark. We're going to play with them. I'm just going to act like you've just opened this Christmas morning or whatever, your birthday. Maybe you bought it for yourself, I don't know, and you don't know how to use it. So we're going to dial in a Slipknot style tone. I'm going to be playing my Jim Root Fender USA Jazzmaster. Sure, that's going to help. But you can use pretty much any guitar with EMG 81 in the bridge, and you're going to be just fine. I've tricked people in the past. I used to have a Flying V with the Zakk Wylde EMG set, so 81, 85, and I recorded with that, but I used the Jazzmaster in the video, and people were like, man, that Jazzmaster sounds amazing. Little did they know, it was a little $400 Flying V that I bought. So, sometimes it doesn't really matter. Sure, it's going to help, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's all in your hands. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to focus on the micro dark and the pedals that we're going to be using, and let's have some fun. Let's see if I remember how to play some Slipknot riffs. We have our little setup here. We have the adorable micro dark and the overdrive pedal, which I was talking about, which is the MXR Classic Overdrive. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, you can turn this Classic Overdrive into the Zakk Wylde Overdrive with an internal switch. I have a whole video on that, so in case you're curious, go ahead and check that out. I think the SD1 style pedal is the best bet for tightening up and making your micro dark sound the way you want to in a metal context. I may be biased because the SD1 is my favorite style of overdrive, and in the Zakk Wylde setting, that is an SD1 style overdrive. There's another SD1 style overdrive that has become my favorite, which technically doesn't exist, but we will get to that later. But this one can be had for about $30. I got mine right here for $30. So I want to keep this, again, very beginner friendly. I don't want to say something's affordable and it be $3,000. So we're sticking with it. This whole, what you're looking at right now, you can get for, say, $150 total if you're patient and, look on Reverb and stuff. So, again, let's just pretend we just got this amp. It's adorable. We set it up on our desk. We're going to fire it up. Let's see how it sounds. Everything at noon. All right, you might immediately be like, yo, Santa, I thought this thing was a fire breather. What are we doing here? So let's first turn up the gain and the volume a little bit and see what we get. All right, still aggressive, not tight. Let's use the shape knob. So this is kind of your EQ control. I feel like this is on a lot of the Terror series amps. Okay, little tighter, a little more high end. But still a little fizzy, not as refined as I would like. So, in my opinion, the way I like to set up amps is that we're going to have it kind of gainy, but still clear with the notes individually. So, to me, this is a little bit muffled and a little bit not as clear as I'd like. So, I'm actually going to back off the gain a bit, and you're just going to have to trust me. We're going to slam the amp with the overdrive, and that's going to help a bit. Okay, I like that note separation. I like that as a starting point. We kind of have the knobs in a similar fashion. We're just basically pushing everything. We're pushing the volume, we're pushing the gain, and we're pushing the shape. So now we're going to bring in the overdrive pedal. Again, I'm going to start with everything at noon, and we're going to season to taste. Let's see how this sounds. All right, so as you can hear, a little more gain. Definitely a little tighter. Now, I don't like these settings as they are. Let's push everything a bit like we are on the amp. So I'm just putting the output tone and gain up a little bit. Let's try this. There we go. I think this alone is a great starting point. If you just wanted to go with, feel free to steal my settings here. I think that's a fun tone. You still get a little bit of that almost sag. You can hear a little bit of give to it. But to me, that gives it kind of like an earthy quality, which is nice. Now, if we crank all of the controls on the overdrive, which is something I love about this pedal, it's still usable. This is actually how Zakk Wylde ran his for a long time. I think it still sounds good. It's going to be noisier. You're definitely going to need a noise gate, but... So that might be my favorite tone we've gotten so far. But you get the idea. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Now, as a bonus, we're going to use my favorite SD1 style overdrive ever, which is the Vexed Brain Ultor Petitionem. This is a pedal that he made me because I bugged him very many times to make an SD1 pedal in his line. My insane brain just needed one, and he delivered. And it's my favorite pedal. So this one has more gain, it's more crushing, LED clipping. It's lovely. Let's check this one out real quick, and maybe if we bug him enough, he'll do a run in 2026. Who knows? Here's our starting tone with the micro dark. I like that as a nice bass line, and let's bring in the Ultor Petitionem. Top mounted jacks for the win. So already, just straight up at noon, we got more oomph to it. So I'm turning up the volume and the EQ. clarity that the MXR doesn't really have. But again, I'm the only one that owns this pedal, so if you want to at Vexed Brain and let them know you want one, tell them Uncle Blackacre sent you. For funsies, let's just crank the gain, the tone, and the volume on this and see how much we have on tap. If you enjoy videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I've been Blackacre. You've been lovely. I'm going to play you out, and I will see you in the next one.